It's my mission to help thousands of people this year get better. I had fatty liver disease, GERD, Barrett's esophagus, gastritis. Good morning. This is week 12 of showing you my progress updates. Now, if you don't know, I started the year out at 189.6, and 3 years ago, I had fatty liver disease, GERD, Barrett's esophagus, 9 diagnoses in total at 34 years old, and I did the things that I show you in this video series, this playlist, whatever you want to call it, and I got better. Now, I don't want to be somebody that's seen for not practicing what he preaches, so if this is your first video, please go back through the playlist. Start out at the first video, work your way through, but I want to show you what the scale looks like week 12. All right, so let's go ahead and see what it says. $184.2. All right, let's see what we look like. Okay. Still going down. We lost a few ounces from last week's update video, so everything's looking good. Here's a few things that I noticed that's totally different from the experience that I had 3 years ago in regards to doing the diet that I'm showing you that I did on this playlist right here. Now, I lost a lot of weight very, very quickly 3 years ago, and now where I'm eating a healthy diet, and I've been doing it for 3 years, I am losing, a couple ounces a week. At the beginning of the year, yeah, I was losing a couple pounds each week, but when you first start this type of diet, the first little bit of weight that you lose is water weight. And then, something else that I noticed is inflammation is consistent, in a good way in my case. I don't really feel inflamed or anything like that. But whenever I first started this 3 years ago, I was very, very inflamed, and I noticed a big difference after a couple weeks of doing this diet. But just be encouraged. Even if you are only losing a pound a week, at the end of the year, that's 52 pounds. That's going to be huge in, just your overall health, inflammation. All that stuff plays a part. Now, let's go see what we're going to eat. So today we are going to go with some fried chicken wings. Now, this is way later in the evening than that first part of the video. I actually fell asleep, but let me show you how to season this. I got everything here that I'm going to use. We got 2 eggs. And we got some turmeric, black pepper to activate that turmeric. I got some seasoning from Dano's. Then I got the original Dano's. This is all natural ingredients. All this stuff is going to be linked in the first pinned comment and in the link in the description. If you don't know by now, I love Redmond Real Salt. It's some of the best salt that you can ever use for electrolytes and everything, because if you do something like Carnivore KETO, then you need a good electrolyte source, and you will get that from this right here. Let me show you right here. This has sodium in it, and it is 530 milligrams. So very, very good for you. And look there, one ingredient. So I'm going to go ahead and just crack open these eggs, get everything ready to go. So I got the eggs right here, and then we're going to be coating that with pork panko right here, 0 carbohydrates. If you are anything like me, then you gain a lot of weight on carbs, and if you suffer with reflux, carbohydrates and weight gaining play a huge role in that. So the goal is to use things that is full of protein, but is 0 carb or low carb as much as possible, because it's just really easy to gain weight on carbs, and carbs also convert into sugar inside of your body. So we need to lower that as much as possible. We're going to use this right here, and then we're going to go ahead and start seasoning. So let me know if this is your first video. Always like getting to know the people that are just first seeing my type of content. That way I know how many times I need to tell my story. I had fatty liver disease, GERD, Barrett's esophagus, gastritis, all kinds of GI issues, and then I started to get better once I started eating all natural whole foods. So that's what this channel is all about. Whenever I was trying to find some hope online of people that were able to heal naturally, I couldn't find anybody that was talking through an experiential standpoint. It was mainly doctors, and I started listening to Dr. Ken Berry, Anthony Chafee, and all those guys. and I started to get better, and I started losing weight like crazy. So this all happened 3 years ago, and that's why I really like to show you guys that these things that I always talk about work, because they really did work for me. I'm going to put some pictures up right now of what I used to look like, and within 4 months what I look like. So I'm just going to season this, and I'm also going to season that as well, but I'm just going to go with salt and pepper and a little bit of turmeric on the wings itself right now. And then we're going to use these to add to this. Now again, I'm not strict carnivore obviously right now, but I do like to show you the phases that you go through to make it easier to transition into that if that is your goal. So we will add a little bit of turmeric there, and we'll also add a little bit here, why not? We'll go ahead and rub all that in there. And then we're going to dip it in the eggs. We'll go ahead and do the egg wash. Move this over here. Go ahead and do that. I'm just going to add them back there, and then I'm going to speed through this part, that way you don't have to wait. So now that everything's coated, I'm going to be using some beef tallow. Again, all this stuff's going to be linked in the first pinned comment in the description, but when I started eating fat, I started to get better. I don't use seed oils or anything like that. Every now and then I'll use some olive oil, but yes, beef tallow. This right here is essential. Now you can you have many uses for this. Like you can use it for skincare, you can use it for cooking obviously, but this right here is very, very important to the carnivore diet, keto diet. With that, I'm also going to be adding some homemade butter that I showed you how to make in one of my last videos, so we're going to be adding those together. This is salted butter. It's very easy to burn, so with being included with beef tallow, it's going to help that not burn or anything. So I'm just going to turn that to 8, and then add a bunch of that beef tallow. Now you could strain this tallow after you're done using it with this one here, and you can reuse it a couple times. It's not going to oxidate or do anything crazy like oils do. So just know that you can use it a few times. We're just wanting a thin layer all across that area there. My eye kind of slants, so I'm going to be frying everything right on this back end here. So now with that, I'm going to add the butter, and I'm going to use a good portion of that. The good thing about making your own butter is that you can salt it to taste. You can make it unsalted, just whatever you like. I prefer salted, again, for the electrolytes. And now that I think of it, I actually forgot to add this to the panko, so I'm just going to sprinkle this on top of the chicken wings whenever I put them in here. Now we're good to go. So now I'm just going to add the wings, and we're going to let them go. And I'd say probably about, 15 minutes we should be good. Move them around a little bit, make sure they don't stick. Be good to go. I'm going to go ahead and flip these over. So I'm going to call it good on that, and go ahead and plate it up. Now to get you a little bit of sauce, if you need something like that, just get you a strainer. You want to use like a butter and garlic sauce. This stuff is packed full of flavor. And we're just going to let that right there cool down for a minute. Add a little bit more Danos. You'll be good to go. So that is what it looks like after it's done. So I'll put this in the freezer for a minute. Just going to add a little bit of Danos, mix that in, and then taste test. So that's the update for this week. I appreciate you sticking around. If you watched the video to this part, please let me know in the comments. That's going to help encourage me. So now we're going to go taste test without it. Now, before that, just keep in mind, this still has plenty of fat. Your body runs on 2 fuel sources. It's either going to run on glucose through carbs and things like that, or it's going to run on fat. So when you do something like a lean meat, you got to add the fat. Just remember that. So taste test. That's really good. So now I'm going to try the dipping sauce with it. That is good stuff. I would say make it a little bit thicker, but very, very good. So that's it for this one. I appreciate it. Updates are going well. It's my mission to help thousands of people this year get better and get a better mindset about their health and realize that God designed our bodies to heal themselves, but it's up to us to give it the right fuel. Now, we've been eating all this crap in the stores for a long time, and everything's gone up. Heart disease has gone up, cancer rates has gone up, all that stuff. And again, I had 9 diagnoses, and all of those got better once I started eating real food, and I slowly transitioned into carnivore for a season, and then I started adding back healthy carbs. I want to show you exactly how I did this 3 years ago through this video series, so please subscribe to the channel if you want to see more. I want to show you everything that I did to get better. Please check out one of these videos right here, and over here somewhere is the playlist. You can start back at the first video and see exactly how I started this. I have a grocery haul video, but with that being said, I will see you in the next video.